Hey everybody, welcome back to Cottonwood Hill Farms. So it's been a very busy fall so far, and as you can see with the way I'm dressed, the weather has definitely changed. It's been really cold the last few days. The lows have been down in the 20s and the highs have only been in the 30s. And it actually doesn't feel too bad. We've had the fireplace going in the house, which I love, and so change of season is always good. But I haven't we've been busy getting stuff ready for winter and a lot of that stuff, and I've been wanting to show you guys a lot of this stuff, but I just haven't had time to grab the camera. And filming doesn't take up a ton of time, but it does take time, and I just haven't had the chance, and I've had my mind on other things and whatnot. So anyway, that's why the last several videos have been really spread out, because I just haven't had a lot of time to video and then edit and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, I'm going to try and do a little bit better job of that, but we'll see how that goes. So anyway, today what I'm working on is I talked about this in a video. I think it was one of the videos where we were filling the cattle barn with hay, and I'm wanting to make a manger here. And so I finally got on this. The other day I came out and took down some of these sheets of tin, and this tin right here, this is exactly what was all the way across here. And so I took down, I think there was like 6 sheets over there in the corner is what I've taken down here. Now my plan is this year I'm thinking I'm just gonna go from this post right here over, and we're gonna make a manger so we can feed hay, because this is the middle part of the barn. This is where we had all the hay. You saw in one of those videos, I can't remember which one it was, but anyway, this is where we stacked all that hay in the barn. So the plan is to make a manger here so we can feed the cows right here during inclement weather. Right now, what I'm actually thinking I want to use this for is for the calves, for what we've got three heifers and a little bull calf that we're keeping back, and so I'm wanting to feed them right here for a little while, and then also going forward we can utilize this for whatever we need, inclement weather, any of that kind of stuff. My plan for this lean-to on this side of the barn, as you can kind of see here, is this post right here is the middle. And so what I'm kind of thinking is I want to make this back here from the middle here back. I want to put a small gate, little fence up across here, and this will be used as kind of a maternity type pen. I can also separate off things, whatever, but that's kind of what I'm thinking, is use this for a maternity pen during the winter, and then have this obviously open out to this dry lot for the calves, for the cows, whatever, and then we can feed them here. Oh, you got a buddy showing up to play with you. What's up?
Are you sure you know what you're doing?
Am I sure I know what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Nope.
You don't know what you're doing?
Well, that's why I wanted you to come out here with me, so you can help me and tell me what to do. Buddy, how's it going with you? All right, so it's a couple days later. The weather, it's actually really nice out today. We had about a week, it was about a week worth of really, really cold weather. I think we had a fire going in the house that whole time. But anyway, today I think today's in the 50s. It's beautiful, sun's shining. It's supposed to be really nice the next couple weeks. So anyway, we're gonna get back on this. I just went to the store, went to the lumber yard today, and picked up some treated 2x12s. What I'm going to do is I got a couple 16 footers. I'm going to cut them to fit. So I'm going to replace this baseboard all the way across and put a couple 2x12s down on the bottom here. And then I also got some treated 2x12s to put on the bottom all the way across over to here. And then I also got some more just regular 2x12s that I'm going to line the side of this with and build it up to keep them off the tin and the inside here. So my plan today, I got the skid steer out, the 323D, and you guys haven't seen much of this at all. In fact, this is the most I've used this thing in 8 months. And the reason being, those of you that have been following along, I had a couple videos back last winter. I had to put a new hydraulic cooler in this thing. And what had happened was I had thought the hydraulic cooler sprung a leak because of a defective cooler. And that was only 6 months old because I had to put a cooler in it 6 months prior to that. And what it looked like was a branch or something stuck through the cooler. Well, come to find out, I had kept the old cooler. And so when John Deere gave me a new one, I put that in it, and I took the old cooler over to Radiator Shop over in Omaha to have them fix it. Well, I had found out that the original cooler didn't get any, it wasn't a puncture wound. It had, in between the cores, it had split, which means looked like it was overpressurizing. The system was overpressurizing. Well, anyway, when I found that out, I parked it. Well, and then the other thing was it had overheated on me a couple times, and I couldn't figure out why. Well, long story short, I talked to a couple mechanics, then I talked to John Deere over in Omaha and Murphy Tractor. They deal just with construction stuff. I talked with a couple of the farm implement John Deere dealers over here. They didn't really know what they were talking about. So anyway, I went to Murphy, talked to the guy. Apparently these machines around this era had issues with what he called the thermal bypass valve, which is the hydraulic bypass valve. So anyway, it sounds like it was really common for the hydraulic bypass valve for the insides to basically kind of break apart, the O-rings to break down. So you got to get a new valve for it. And so that's what overpressurizes the system. So I haven't used it because a new valve's like 600 and some bucks, and it hasn't been high on the priority list. We've got other things I need to spend that 600 bucks on, but we're coming up on winter here, and I need to have this fixed and going. So my plan is to get this thing fixed in the next 2 months. But anyway, I need it because I need to get this cleaned out. So I'm going to use it for just maybe an hour or so, and then we're going to park it again. So for those of you wondering, real quick, this has got an end gate seeder on it. And what an end gate seeder is, it's for spreading pretty much grass seed is what it is, or any kind of seed. But it's got the little propellers right here. It's got these gears, and then it works off of this chain that goes down to this sprocket that's on the wheel. And you just fill the box up, and then you shovel it into the hopper, and as you pull it, then it spreads everything. And this is an old, from what I can tell, this is actually an old four-wheel wagon. I think this is an old four-wheel wagon that was cut down, pretty much cut in half, I think. At least from what I can tell from looking at it. I don't know. This thing's got to be well over 100 years old. But anyway, I think this is one of the coolest things we've got on this farm. It's been sitting right here in this shed since the day I was born, as long as I can remember. And anyway, I actually got to, before Grandpa passed, I thought it was pretty awesome. We actually spread fertilizer with this. I had him driving the tractor, and I was in shoveling the fertilizer into the hopper. And that was really the only time I ever got to quote unquote farm with my grandpa. So that was pretty awesome. That's a memory I'll have with me forever. But anyway, I don't know what I'm going to do with this thing yet, but it's way too awesome to get rid of. So I've got some ideas. I don't know. We'll figure something out eventually. But it's actually not in bad shape. I've thought about using it again to spread some grass seed when I frost seed later this winter. So I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, that's the scoop on that thing. Well, I made some progress here. I made these, I went 15 inches between the boards. We'll see how that works. I think that's, obviously for the calves, I'm going to have to put another, I'll have to put a 2x4 or something in there, but I think for the cows, that'll be fine. I think, if anything, I may have to actually, I may have to shrink that an inch or two. Some of those cows we got are a little bit smaller, but I don't know. We'll just see how that works and go from there. I know I've seen other guys, sometimes they'll put them at an angle because they say that helps prevent them pulling hay out. I don't know. We'll see how this works. So I just came out here this morning and the horses had gotten that door open and decided to come in and treat themselves to some hay. I'm assuming this was yesterday because they've made kind of a mess, or last night at least. Luckily, I think they only got out maybe four bales or so, something like that. I'll tell you what, horses, I always say they're like big dogs, but they're more like children. I guess they are kind of like dogs too. I love them, but my God, they're a pain in the butt sometimes. All right, well, I kind of got it cleaned up in here, those boneheads. Anyway, I made a couple adjustments to this. What I did was I had this set, I don't even remember what the height was on this, but I don't remember. I know I had 36 inches between here and between here, but what I did is I dropped it down about 6 inches, I believe, or it was maybe it was 40 inches. Anyway, I dropped it down 6 inches. It felt too tall, and I went around and I measured a couple other feeders that I've got, and I think where I had this board here before, I think it was just a little too tall. So I dropped it down a little bit. I felt like it was too inviting for them to try and push through it, even though I don't know that they can fit through there, but maybe a yearling, one of the yearling heifers or something might be able to. But anyway, so I did that, and then the other thing I did was I'm putting these on down here, and I wasn't going to do anything down there, but then I started thinking, I thought, well, if I do this, that might help keep some of the hay in from them just pulling a chunk of hay out, you know. So I thought maybe that might help with that. Plus, then I thought when I have calves in here, all I've got to do is take a 2x4 and put across the whole top here and just put one screw on each end, and the calves should still be able to eat through here too, and then they won't be able to get, you know, all the way through there. I think. I don't know. We'll find out. That's my theory on this. I didn't do anything special with these angles. I just made a template, and then I kind of cut the rest to that template. But as you can tell, they ain't perfect. But cows don't care. So anyway, that's what I got going on here. So I got this corner all cleaned out, and I was getting ready to start putting my boards across here, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to dig down, check these posts a little bit, see how rotten they are. Well, I'm glad I did, because as you can see, they are gone. That right there, there's nothing left on that post. Same with this post right here, it's completely gone. This one, about a third, I'd say maybe a third of it is still there. This one actually isn't. It's pretty bad, but there's over half of it there. And then this one right here, she gone too. So I did dig down and check the main posts on the main structure, and they're fine. Those are creosote. In fact, that front one, I just dug it up, and there's not even any rot on it. Those look like they're fine. But I think that's gonna be it. I think I'm gonna stop here, because I don't want to put these boards up and then have to take them back down. And I'm guessing, I mean, there's no better time to do it than now. So what I'm thinking is like probably just some treated 4x4s or 4x6s or something. I'll just sister them, dig down next to these posts, and then lag bolt them in and sister them next to them. But I don't see a point in continuing and then having to take everything back off. So I think that's going to do it for my project for right now. I've already got this all opened up anyway. And my plan for this right now is just for this winter is to keep the calves in here. That's my plan. I don't plan on putting even if I did put a cow in here, it might only be one cow, maybe 2 cows, something like that. So I'm not terribly worried. If at that point I get worried, maybe I could just throw a couple boards up real quick to keep them off of the 10. But I'm not really going to be concerned with it at this point. But I think more importantly, I need to get these posts fixed. So that's going to do it for the video. We're going to stop right there. The only thing I got left to do over here is I got to put a couple more boards up and then put some tin up over here, and obviously finish this off. But I'm going to get back to that a little bit later. My plan right now is I switched everything around yesterday, and so I kind of changed some feeders around and stuff. And you saw in that last video I made the feeder over here for the cows, the dry cows, and then I also put this tire feeder in for the bull. And I'm just going to feed, like I said, feed the babies out of here and let them use this manger that I just built over here. I think that'll be good for this winter. So my plan right now is to just, like I said before, I'm just going to use a couple of these panels, and I'll just come right off of that post right there across. And then those are, I think, 12-foot panels. So obviously one of them is going to come, over to here, and then I'll probably just angle another one back or something. Heck, I don't know. Or I'll rig it up one way or another. But I think that's all we're going to do for now. Well, this will get me by for now. I think they're digging it. The only thing I may have to, I don't know, we'll see. I kind of feel like I may have to drop that board down just a little bit. They may still be able to get through there, but I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I think this is going to work out good. I'm kind of excited for it. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video, though, guys. Thanks for tagging along. We appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed it. If you like our content, maybe share it with somebody else that you think might like it too. And don't forget to like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. We appreciate all the support, guys, all the comments and everything like that. So you guys take care. Happy Thanksgiving, and we'll see you in the next one.